but you'll have a lot of fun. The A's left Oakland, Jason. I don't know if you know this.
I do.
I will say this. I was as vocal as anyone that I didn't like the way this looked. I hate John Fisher. Sports hate John Fisher. I don't want him anywhere near this city or our Kings. And there's just a lot out of this that stinks to me. And more than anything, I don't like the city being taken advantage of. And I feel like there's a little bit of that where the A's are squatting here for 4 years. And then they're allegedly going to Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see much of a chance of them staying, if at all. I've been very, very clear on that. Here's what I'm not going to do. What I'm not going to do is be that guy. Like I see Chris is wearing his Oakland shirt right now, but is that a Cell shirt? Or
No.
is that a Roots shirt?
No.
Is that an A shirt?
No.
What is it?
Just an Oakland shirt.
Okay. So Chris is showing his love and respect for Oakland. Had I thought of it, I probably would have worn my green Cell shirt today. What I'm not going to do, though, is be that guy on radio that just poo-poos it all year long. Like, this is probably, I'm sure I'll mention it a couple of times when and if some A's news comes up off the field. But they're here. They're here, and there are tens of thousands, 10 plus, a couple thousand, whatever it is, people that are going tonight that are their kids that are going to see Major League Baseball in Sacramento for the first. Hell, everybody's going to see Major League Baseball. It's a great moment in a vacuum for the city, for a lot of people. And like we've talked about before, Jason, there are 7-year-old kids making their first sports memories that are going to be 10, 11 years old before this team ends. And it's going to seem like their entire life was having a Major League Baseball team in Sacramento for them to root for. I'm not going to tell anybody else how to act. I know there's people and plenty of people more passionate than me against them being here. I don't want to, I've said my piece. I don't want to yuck anyone's yum. So that's my big monologue in saying Major League Baseball is here. That's freaking awesome. The Cubs are in town tonight. Here we go.
Yeah, I think today is more of a celebration that baseball is here. Look, I'm with you from the core. I wish they stayed in Oakland. They didn't. We got past that point. Yep. I'm glad baseball is here. I'm glad it's here for 3, 4, maybe more. Maybe that's it. But to see this year, basically, I mean, almost the home schedule that the A's have here this year is very good. The main big team that they're missing is the Dodgers. Well, the Dodgers will be here next year. To have the Giants here through 4th of July weekend, to have the Yankees here through Mother's Day weekend, to have the Red Sox, the Braves, the Phillies. Whether you're watching the A's or you're watching the other team, it is very similar to when the Kings came here the first time, or not the first time, but at the beginning. And a lot of times when the Kings weren't very good, then people are like, oh man, Magic Johnson and the Lakers are here. Larry Bird and the Celtics are here. Michael Jordan is here. Dr. J. Like, you were coming as much to watch the other stars from the sport. So we'll see how it goes over time. We'll see what this A's team can do. They're off to a 2-2 start, but that's the fact that there'll be day baseball in Sacramento, there'll be weekend baseball, there'll be night baseball. You'll be seeing different teams. There'll be days where it's like, oh my goodness, it's 105 out here. There'll be days like tonight where it's chilly and cold. And I don't know, it's just baseball. I love baseball. I make no apologies about that. I'm glad it's here. I really am.
There's another thing I need to ask your guys' take on coming based on what you were just talking about, the fact that the A's are here. And I don't know what the rules are because this is unprecedented for me. I'm a lifelong Giants fan.
Mm-hmm.
How do I not root for a Sacramento baseball team, though?
Yeah, I mean, well, here's the one thing that my own personal belief, I think I understand kind of why they did it, but I don't agree with it. I really wish they were the Sacramento A's.
I agree with you.
I wish they would have done that. I get the thought, but I also don't get the thought because I think you, who likes the Giants but loves Sacramento first, would buy a Sacramento A's gear. Am I wrong on that?
I think you're right.
If it said now it says Athletics.
And not the stupid patch either.
No, but I mean, I think you'd buy a Sacramento A's t-shirt, sweatshirt, hat, something like that. Well, they don't have that. So I think I think that's a misplay by them. Even if it's 3-4 years, I just still think that is merch that they can sell. And then if in fact they do go to Vegas and the Las Vegas A's, and they sell the next brand of gear for that. But I don't know what the rules are for you. I think you have to love the Giants first. Like, to me, I want the Yankees to win. That's my team, but I'm going to be rooting for the A's.
So can you have dual allegiances? In other words, here's how I'm trying to look at it. I now, for the first time in my life, have a dual allegiance. I've never had one before. It's always been, I pick a team, I
With
stick
FSU and UCLA?
Well, nothing's official yet, pal.
But there's been other teams you like you love the Kings.
Love the Kings.
But like you've adopted the Thunder at times.
I can appreciate the Thunder, the Nuggets for
yeah, and you're like, oh, like now that the Kings are not in, it's like, hey, I'm rooting for the Sixers or whoever.
Yeah, but this
is different.
This is because it's like I'm going to root for the A's in every game they play, and I'm going to root for the Giants in every game they play. I can tell you this much: I promise you, I will watch more A's baseball this year. I know I will.
So that'll get you a little more attached. I'm thinking. So let's give you two scenarios: July 4th weekend, Giants here against the A's.
So that's where it's at. So if they're playing that series, that's the first thing I thought. I got to root for the Giants. Okay. I feel like by rule I have to root for the Giants.
So let's go to a bigger, grander one.
This is the one.
Somehow it's 89 all over again, and we get this dream scenario where it's a World Series.
This is where fan is short for fanatic. I would 100% root for the A's.
Wow.
I would.
So not in the
having all games in San Francisco. And you're rooting for the Sacramento. Oh, no, not Sacramento A's.
God, then you have to say that. I would root for the A's for a couple of reasons.
Oh, now that I'm just thinking about that would be awful because it would be nothing but Giants fans for all 7 games. It would be a home game for all 7 games if it goes to 7.
Where would the parade be? Like, it can't be in the Bay Area, right?
Dude, they would have it in Vegas first.
Oh, my God. That's probably what it would be. They would probably have the series in Vegas. Ugh.
Not ready.
Okay, if they didn't have the series in Vegas and they were playing at Sutter Health Park, I would root for the A's. Couple reasons. A, no pun intended, my Giants just won 3 in the last decade. B, I want to say I think it'd be great for A's fans, but I don't know, man. I think a lot of A's fans would be like, "This is the worst thing ever."
Furious.
Well, but what percentage would be furious?
All the ones 70? In the East Bay.
What, that they were playing in Sacramento?
No,
that the A's won a World Series.
That's what I'm wondering. Is I don't know how. I think it would be at least 70% would be furious, but I do think there'd be some A's fans that are like, I love the players still, and I'm glad to see them win one, and they'd root for them, and like begrudgingly. I don't know, but
I think it'd be pretty fervorish here, though.
To have a championship sort of in Sacramento, and the whole again, it would be predicated on them playing the series here, though, because if they did not play the series here, then we'd have to find a way for them to not be able to come back the next year. Like if you play all regular season and then they take all the playoffs and they move them, like stay there.
Kind of want to do this to Major League Baseball is have somehow the A's and the Rays in the American League Championship Series, 2 minor league ballparks.
Oh my God. Wouldn't that be hilarious?
Like, we don't want to play in either one. Wait, why?
Then the series would be in San Francisco and Miami.
Let me ask you this. The Yankees are in the World Series, but I can't tell you if they're going to win or not versus an A's and a Rays ALCS.
I'd rather have the Yankees there. That's my allegiance. But I like that I just like that to tweak baseball a little bit.
Be a hell of a season.
Yeah.
I think it'd be kind of cool to have like a Scott Hatteberg 3-run home run, 21-game win streak type of thing here too, some point.
Over under half game attended by you and by Chris. Under.
Yeah, I won't go.
Under.
Yeah.
Over under for me. What would you put it at?
5.5.
Oh, that's what I was going to say.
No?
Easy.
Oh, easy. That many?
Over.
Well,
you're getting tickets or you're going?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Credentialed.
Are they? Because if you're credentialed,
no, not credentialed.
Wow, money bags are us,
man.
Oh. See the prices?
Yeah. Oh man, I'm out of cash.
Really?
Mm-hmm. That's not good.
Well, I figured, aren't the Yankees here for 3?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I figured that right off the bat. And then I don't know. I figured you'd go see 2, 3 more. Now you're going to see more than that. Interesting.
Love baseball.
Well, you know what? Good for you. Yeah. I hope you have a.
I'll have a great time.
I hope you enjoy it.
I hope you. Enjoy
I hope you really enjoy all of this.
I will.
I do too.
Yep. Proudly.
Proud of you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Why can't anything just be straightforward and simple here? Right?
Because everything's about money.
No, I mean just in Sacramento.
Because everything's about money.
Hey, we might make the plan. If we make the plan, we're probably going to lose. Then we lose our draft pick. But wait, if we don't make the plan, we still might lose our draft pick. But wait, if we get the draft pick, who's making the draft? And if we get a new GM, well, who's picking that GM? And then, well, we have Major League Baseball here, but who owns the team? But they're here, but also they're not. They're going to Vegas, but they don't. They're here, but they don't have Sacramento on the jersey, but they have a patch. It's just
you're saying that's not simple.
It's just so never. God. We're like the cat where like they hang the little like rubber mouse just to where you can't get it. And we're like, oh, mousy. But then like you can't actually claw at it. That's Sacramento. God hates Sacramento. Knowing this from that.
And cats.
That's going to be the book title. We'll take a break. When we come back, the Final Four is set. You can call in right now. Jiffy Lube driving the
it's
game.
A good one.
It is. It might be, from what you're saying, it might be the best Jiffy Lube drive the game of the year. 1-800-9